Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of How Does That Play Out? My name is John K. Thanks for clicking this video. And today I want to focus my attention on Knights of Pen and Paper by Behold Studios. Yeah, what is Knights of Pen and Paper actually? It is a role-playing simulation, I think? Role-playing hybrid, maybe? Well, I think we can best explain what it is by just, getting down to the nitty-gritty and by starting a new game. Let's actually delete this one. And, get started. So, Knights of Pen and Paper, it lets us actually take control of a group of people who play an RPG, if that makes any sense. Those of you who have, this sort of like invokes notions of World of Warcraft, if you've seen the Onion News Network skit on that one. And it's sort of like, gives you a certain idea what this game is all about. So let's actually do that. Let's add players to our illustrious group. So we have certain players and classes that we can choose from, if that makes any sense. I'm going to give you an example. So we got Mr. John, who could be the paladin of or a paladin of our group. But the same guy could also be played by the nerd, the pizza guy, the jock, the woofy, whatever that is, like a Wookiee probably, a little brother, and so on and so forth. They all come with different skills, like one different skill basically. So little brother is pretty unquiet, which will render him very, very give him like a bonus to initiative basically. And the rocker will be stronger or will have more health, and I think the jock does attack better, so he would actually be a good choice for a fighter. Health 8, health 9, threat. I think the threat is like the attack. Class maybe. No, attack is ATK. What am I talking about? I think threat is just like the ability to quote unquote pull aggro, if that makes any sense. I'm not a huge Momorpogor player. So let's pick the warrior here, because he got better skills, I think. So the jock is the warrior. Yes, indeed. What's this nerdy game all about? Okay, let's pick another one. So let's pick a rogue, and we should pick actually someone who is like stealthy or agile. Like the little brother would be cool because of the initiative. Blacksmith, that's actually important. Okay, flowers. Okay, flowers, extra 1 point on dice rolls lucky. So let's pick the lucky girl, Flowers, to be our rogue here. Okay, Brett makes it fast. So, and then we can add like a third player for 10 gold, which we should do, I think. Mage. Yeah, I think a mage would be like a good addition to, okay, nerd, pizza guy, okay, 1 health, hit point, little brother, initiative, rocker, no. ET would be, I think, 1 magic point per turn regeneration. Let's actually do that. ET phone home, get it? Okay, for 80 bucks we can, or 80 gold, we can actually add a 4th character, and we should actually do that, I think. Special guest. He's part of the, because this is like the special edition of the game, so this character you can only get if you actually purchased this edition. Okay, so what class? Cleric would be cool. HP MP, HP Steel, MP Steel plus 2 XP. So Miss Goldberry could be our cleric here. Right? Grandma, hipster, the rocker maybe, or the woofy, because he can heal up faster. But is the cleric really? Does he need to be? Let's pick Grandma. No, Miss Goldberry. It's like a teacher. Okay, I'll teach you how to play, and the last character would be 250 gold, man. We don't have that kind of gold. And I'm going to talk about gold in a second. So let's actually play with 4 guys here. Yeah, what we could also do is like go to the shop here because later on I think this, I don't know if we can still change that, but let me show this off now. So we can also change our game environment here. So we can put snacks on the table, for example, cake. You can buy a cake for 60 gold, and that would for 15 minutes increase certain stats here. We can get sushi, pizza, cookies, chips, also drink like milk, cocktails, soda, whatever. Also place certain objects here, like the fast food chain Crown, Burger King Crown, I think it is. It's going to important later. It's like if we can take up to 7 monsters at once. Loaded dice, +1 to dice. That's actually pretty useful, but you know, not for that kind of money. Hourglass, okay, and oh yeah, like little, I don't know, like pewter miniatures or whatever. Like will also increase our skills, which is useful, but not affordable. And you know, the same goes for like table. You can pick a glass table, a wood table, a pool table, snooker table. We can exchange our the game master here, have him like, or have Splinter master on game. We can change the furniture left and right, the door, the rug, put books on the table, and so on and so forth. So you get the idea. This all influences, you know, the characters in our game, really. If we click on this, we can change this pet here, for example. So if we click the exclamation point, you know, we actually get started. Right, is your character from the future? Okay, so like the dialogue is basically always the same here. Okay, I'm gonna explain how to play this game. I think it's better explained. You know, it's learning by doing, basically. So we are, and I like this. So now we are actually in the dungeon. You know, like the environment the game puts us in, and we have to escape the prison here because we're wrongly accused. Okay, we gotta. So this is our objective here. We gotta kill 2 guards and 1 or more battles to complete the quest. So we hit battle, and then we can add, because we are now playing as the game master, so we can choose how many guards the group has to face. So let's start actually with 1, just to, you know, be on the safe side. This is attack. You can also click on the guy here. This is using our skills or spells. We don't have any right now, so this is inactive. Using potions as an option here, blocking or fleeing, basically. So let's actually attack this guy. Shouldn't be that hard, really. Okay. And there you go. Okay. It's like whenever you successfully defeat an enemy, you can either choose just to fight without completing or working towards the completion of your goal or the quest, I think it is. You can rest if you want to, do some inventory management. We don't have a lot of stuff right now. Those are settings, or we can continue with our quest right here. So let's actually battle more guards, and let's actually take on, dude, let's take on 5 guards. Can we? Should we? Yeah, let's do that. If we die, that's cool. Okay. But I think we should be okay, right? Okay, this guy's down. Oh, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Oh, we're good, we're good, we're good. Okay, he's gonna hit us, he's gonna hit us. Yeah, we're okay. And we get like the maximum experience points out of this one. It's also time we level up, I think. Just to show off some of the skills, basically. Okay, 9 gold, 349 XP. Sweet enough. Okay, let's level up. So, yeah. Leveling up is pretty straightforward. You pick one of the skills that you want to level up. What is that? Strike, cleave, wild swing. Hits up to 3 enemies, so let's actually level this up. This one, the player skill we can never level up, but you know, this is just a technicality really. So Lucky Gal is gonna be as lucky as always. Yeah, doing 1 extra damage sounds as a passive skill is always good. Okay, let's buy him the Fireball spell. It doesn't really matter. Circle of Healing, Restoration, Smite, Weakening. So yeah, let's... Miss Goldberry is going to be like the classic cleric here, and it's going to be like a healing character, so let's do that. Okie doke. So, right. We're going to progress in the story. Okay, we sneak past the guards. And there's a mysterious figure telling us to leave this place. So now we are in Default Village. Cool. Okay, main quest will be marked with stars. This is actually important because if we turn to the Game Master, and you can see like the options are pretty much the same. We just got traveling, which will allow us to travel to other places on this map. However, there's like an indicator what level we should more or less be to, you know, stand a chance there. And we are level 2 right now, so level 7 is out of our league here. We can buy stuff. You know, pretty, yeah, straightforward stuff actually. Let's buy 1 beak, because why not, right? And then let's give the beak to the warrior. So he can, he has like a +1 attack bonus. Just so we've done this. For shits and giggles, basically. Okay, the rest is the same. Now we have actually more than 1 quest. We can collect stuff, escort people. Level 30 is, again, sort of not our cup of tea right now. Grandpa, yeah, we could try that actually. Let's do that. Let's try to rescue Grandpa. Okay, have you seen Grandpa? I do not know him. Yeah, okay. And rescue Grandpa. Alright. Okay, oh, Circle of Healing, so that's like, that's no good. Cleave, let's try a new skill. What do we got here? The Fireball? Let's Fireball this rat. Okay. Oh, that wasn't too bad. Oh, okay, there's more. Let's go for this guy. Oh yeah, I always forget, the Circle of Healing. The Circle of Healing, my friend. Ah, shit. I thought maybe the Fireball would have... Oh, the burning damage killed, is what killed the bat here. Okay, so this is the giant rat or whatever. Like his initiative is... I shouldn't have used Cleave. I should use Fireball though. Okay. We're still good though. Okay, yeah, he was burning the fire, the permanent damage is what got him. Okay, we leveled up, isn't that great? Okay, let's actually, wait, let's go for the strike here, because that's just like concentrating damage on 1 enemy. Let's go with a poison, yeah, absolutely. Fireball, stream I think is useful. No, meteor. On every foe in battle, that's actually useful. So we got here, Circle of Healing, Restoration, Weakening, +2 adjacent foes. Yeah, that sounds like something that we could need. Okay, Grandpa, I couldn't leave because the church was filled with monsters. So basically, yeah, this was like a side quest, so you get the basic idea, right? So whenever you see like something with a store next to the start button, that means that this will actually, you know, move the story forward. So let's usually do that. Rat level 1 is totally doable. You must save the villagers inside that house. Deal with my monsters. Okay, let's, why not, right? Let's let's go with 5 rats. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Okay, let's cleave. Let's use the meteor spell. That's not too bad, actually. It's pretty good. Okay, 2 more rats. Let's actually go for the added experience. Okay. Let's try the meteor again. I think the meteor is a pretty fierce skill or spell. Okay, let's cleave and then just attack this guy. And that's it for the rats, I think. And the quest is done. Okay, and we level up. Skill points, skill points. Okay, taunt seems to be useful. Again, go with the poison. E.T. Okay, let's actually increase our mana flow. And this goldberry, we're gonna pick here. Restoration. Okay, so that's like a single heal. I think that's useful at this point. Well, this is just to show off how the game works anyways. Let's rest a little at the end and wake up because we have regenerated. Okay, yeah, so, you know, in a nutshell, this is what the game is. This is Knights of Pen and Paper. Yeah, so how do I like the game? Like, what's my verdict on this? I mean, it's kind of like... I mean, first of all, and I'm gonna try to, you know, play some more in the background here while I talk over what's going on here. Kill 5 rats. I think we can do that, and I'm gonna go easy, like take it one at a time, basically. So yeah, like the first thing, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, is that, you know, it's clearly visible that, I mean, first of all, if you have a clue about what type of games Behold Studios actually have churned out so far, you know, and this actually is pretty indicative of, you know, an iOS or like a mobile game clone or transport. Because, you know, the buttons are like, you know, it's like you got pretty big buttons, everything can be activated with the left mouse, so you know, okay, that's probably an iOS port. And you know, it is the case. Like I said, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. However, you find more often than not that this sort of limits the gameplay of the whole thing. In that, you know, it has to be like very clear, very precise, you always know what you have to do, and also it has to be like easily controllable or stuff like that, if that makes any sense. But again, like I said, it's not necessarily a bad game. There have also been pretty cool games, you know, that first came out for iOS or like Androids, for example. So yeah, that's that. Like, remember Beatboxing Turbo, whatever that was a pretty nice game. And actually, like, Behold Studios made a lot of, like, let's say casual games. A lot of them have been phone games or mobile games. They also made like different kind of stuff like Monster Jam. That's one of the titles that I've played, which is sort of like a rock, paper, scissors beat 'em up with monsters, if that makes any sense. I don't know. It's like a very vague description, but, you know, then again, we're not here to talk about Monster Jam. So yeah, this is like sort of the corner that they're coming from, and this is all fine and well. So, you know, don't get me wrong. Let's actually fight a shit ton of rats here. But yeah, so there's like basically 2 issues that I have with this game. Maybe we should start that way. And yeah, I don't know how to put it, but those are actually major. Sorry, yeah. If they were minor, you know, it wouldn't be as dramatic. So, like, whereas I like the funny, like, tongue-in-cheek style, like, graphically speaking, it's like a retro game. I get it, you know, harkening back to the like the heyday. I don't know if it's the heyday, but, you know, definitely like one of the important periods of pen and paper role-playing games, you know, like the 90s and stuff like that. So, you know, it sort of alludes to that sort of period when also RPGs looked like that, which is nice enough. And I totally get what they're doing here. The problem that I really have with this game is the premise. I mean, you know, it presents itself, or I don't know. I don't know if it presents itself necessarily, or it wants to be something, but it sort of, yeah, makes you, yeah, it presents itself as a game. I think you can say that, you know, in which you play a group of people playing a role-playing game. You know, sort of like sort of on a meta level, and then it never keeps this promise, because, you know, sooner rather than later you realize that you're just playing another RPG, and there's nothing special about this, you know, save for the fact that you can actually buy chips and then you know, have like effects that affect the game, like the role-playing game, not the players, but their characters. So you know, the effects last longer, stuff like that. You get skill bonuses, but why? You know, I mean, I see where they were going with this, and you know, otherwise it would be hard to pull off, like to have like a meaningful game experience in that way. But you know, still, at the end of the day, what you're playing is a very, very basic RPG, because that's the other point. You know, the mechanics are pretty much reduced to you know, the combat system. So this is like a fighting game in which you kill enemy after enemy after enemy, and you know, eventually propel the story. But that's like it's just like the glue in between the portions of fighting, and yeah, I don't know what to say about that, because it's like I like to compare this to like a very, very nicely wrapped present, maybe, where you're like, oh my god, this is nice, you know, it's funny, it looks cool, it looks very quirky, like, you know, the retro style works here, I think. Although I have to say, you know, like, if you are looking at the indie scene, you'll find, like, or looking at indie games in general, you know, that's a very, very, very common sight. And not always is that a good thing, because obviously, I mean, it makes sense, a lot of games do that, you know, on purpose, that they want to harken back to the sort of like, to the days where games were more about gameplay than about graphics and effects and stuff like that. But also at the same time, you know, it's a lot easier to do that, to pull that off. You know, it's a lot easier to have like pixelated graphics than anything else. Not saying that this doesn't work here, because I think it does. It sort of ties in with the you know, with the RPG experience, and that's actually pretty cool. But then again, you know, like, the novelty factor of this is it sort of has worn off already, because a lot of indie games did that, and yeah, well, what can you say, right? But yet again, like, this is not the game's biggest flaw, which I think would be the fact that this is like a cleverly disguised, very, very basic RPG and nothing more. Or like a RPG combat simulator, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, oh, we leveled up. Look at that. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'm just gonna, because I don't intend to keep this party. Anyways. Right. So yeah, that's basically what it is. Like, you click yourself through this game, through the story, and the story is also very basic. You know, you're here to save the kingdom, collect artifacts, a long lost, I don't know, weapon, sword, I think it is, or shield, I'm not really sure, that has been scattered across the realm, and, you know, you gotta put it all together. And, you know, this sounds like very tongue-in-cheek, very campy, and it is, and it makes sense. But at the same time, you start to realize that this is exactly what you're doing, you know? There's, like, the meta level is very, very limited. It's just like the conversations between those guys, at least as far as I can tell. And, you know, but however, that has also something to do with the motivational curve that you find in this game. It's not very high. A second thing that I like to point out, and this is actually maybe even worse than you know, the core mechanic, which sort of betrays the whole premise, is the gold thing, the gold standard. Because what happened was, you know, I was like playing around with the game, and then I found this little button here. I clicked on it, and it said need more gold, and there you go. So this is like a free-to-play game mechanic here, basically in a game where you yeah, this is highly, I don't know, reminiscent of like a Farmville. The thing is though, you know, for all intents and purposes, this is like a single-player game. So the only reason you could buy this stuff is not to be better than someone else, but actually to not spend so much time playing the game, which kind of defeats the purpose of playing a game. Because, you know, it's like, oh, you want to be done quicker? Pay some money and, you know, get on with your quest or whatever. And that's kind of weird. I don't know. I find that odd. Also, if you look at it, I mean, the pricing scheme is sort of... Yeah, the game costs $9.99 for like the basic version, and for this version, which has a couple of extras, like a couple of extra features, $14.99, which is a lot. I think. Also, given that the features are just like, you know, like of a cosmetic nature, let's put it that way. And yeah, I don't know, like paying 50% of the original purchasing price to get 10,000 gold. I don't know, seriously. Also, the thing is, if you look at the blacksmith, let's actually, I'm gonna load a game. Oh no, hold on. How do I save and quit game? Is that it? Right. So this is like day 115. We're level 10 here. This is a totally different party, 5 people, and so on and so forth. And let's actually, yeah, just oh, almighty weapon. Okay, forget it. Let's go to the blacksmith, because the blacksmith is like the character where you can get better armor and better weapons. So right now, and you can also upgrade the blacksmith by giving him grindstones. I don't have any right now, so if we had just one more, he would be a level 3 blacksmith, and that would mean that we got better equipment. So the thing is, he can craft the stuff. Each character, you know, has a choice of either a weapon or an armor. For 150 gold, he has a 40% success rate of crafting this item, which is, you know, 150 gold for that is kind of a lot, and I gambled away a lot of money just by doing that. So so this seems to be sort of like the I don't know, the losing table at the craps table with the slightly against your favor odds, really. I don't know. It leaves like a very, very bitter aftertaste. Let's put it that way. You know, like at first I was kind of like, oh yeah, this seems like a really nice idea. It's really cool. You know, kind of like the retro thing goes very well with, like, you know, playing an old school role-playing group, like a group of people, nerds that play an RPG, and you have like the table and the monster companion that you can you know, exchange for different stuff, and that's gonna, you know, affect your gaming experience. But, you know, not so much. This is basically just a standard RPG, like I said, and you know, and then it adds this to it, like the gold thing. Come on, honestly. So you're just after the money? I mean, it's not even worth it. I mean, there are Flash games that sort of have like the same mechanics that are really free to play and not free to or pay to play or pay to enjoy or whatever. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously you don't have to purchase the gold, as always, like as is the case with all free-to-play games or every free-to-play game. However, why? You know, that's my question. Like, why? Are you gonna make this like such a harrowing experience for everybody who doesn't choose to purchase any more coins? I don't think so. So I would basically hinge my recommendation on that. Like, if you think that this is fun, if you, for example, enjoy, like, I don't know, those of you who've played Simon the Sorcerer, I think it was the second part where you encounter this group of role players. You know, people like living in a fantasy world, playing a role-playing game where you play like modern-day characters, like interior decorator, like a soccer hooligan, stuff like that, a soldier. It was pretty fun. You know, if you're looking for that, I mean, this is there. It's in here, but it's I don't know. It's not like the bread and butter of the whole game. Like, this is the glue that holds together a very basic RPG combat mechanic. If you think that is still worth $9.99 or even $14.99, you know, you should get this game by all means. It's like it's a very like basic experience, and if you know what you're getting yourself into, sure, why not? But I don't know if the game actually can, if it can sustain on this novelty factor, because I'm at day 115 and nothing really has changed. Okay, choose deliver. We had to deliver an almighty weapon. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, we'll handle this. Travel to the goblin's hideout and continue quest. Okay, let's just do that, right? So yeah, and then you gotta fight someone. Also, one other thing. Okay. Let's weaken this guy. Freeze this guy. Okay, our warrior here is causing 13 damage, whereas our rogue 31. And just thanks to our you know, relentless leveling up of the poison skill. So also, like, within this very basic game mechanic, it's not even that balanced. I don't know, just something to think about. So yeah, sort of like a mixed thing. I still like the game for like what it's trying to do. It's like a fun experiment that somehow, like, at some point took a wrong turn, I think. And it's sort of, you know, I think my recommendation for like the designers would have been to, you know, have like a clear focus on what it is that you want to do. You know, you want to do like a fun game that is sort of tongue-in-cheek and you know, takes on the this like very, because it's there, like, you know, kill the rats, kill the bats, save the daughter, save the grandpa, I don't know, you know, fight the goblins, and this is like all those RPG tropes that you have, not only in pen and paper games, but also obviously in very early computer role-playing games. Sure, but, you know, stick to that, and don't try to, like, see what you can do with that. Like, you know, don't make an RPG that just uses that sort of as a varnish to mask that it's basically a very basic RPG, if that makes any sense. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. I think by now you have a pretty clear you know, picture in your head, and pretty clear you know, understanding of whether or not this game is for you. Yeah, so as always, I'm gonna leave all the links in the description. Always happy for feedback, so if you wanna, you know, get back to me, please do that in the form of like comments, messages, likes, dislikes if you have to, or subscriptions. That would be cool. In any case, that's it from me for Knights of Pen and Paper. My name is Strong K, and allow me to see you out. Thanks a lot, and goodbye.